You're watching Alabama's WVUA News at 5.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Lynn Brooks.
And I'm Terry Brewer. It's the eve of the kickoff for high school football season in Tuscaloosa and just about everywhere.
Yes, that's right. And in just about an hour, Holt High School is hosting a community-wide pep rally, and before Holt takes on Bryant High School for their first game Friday night.
In our top story at 5, a look at how both schools are dealing with more than just rivalries right now. Students at both schools were affected by the April 27th tornado, and Bryant High School has lost 2 longtime school leaders in recent weeks. Many members of the school's communities were affected by these tragedies. Students and alumni of both schools say they hope that some normalcy in the form of football will help everyone begin to recover.
Just give them a little something to do on a Friday night. Come watch a team that hadn't been good over the years, and just give them a little bit of hope.
Not just the deaths, but also the tornado. It really hurt the school. So hopefully, just this football game will bring them or boost the morale up, because Bryant and not just the community, I believe, needs it.
In just about an hour, a community-wide pep rally is set for Holt High School. School leaders say it's a time to bring everyone together. The public is invited.
As Hurricane Irene churns toward the U.S., forecasters expect the Category 3 storm to gain strength.
Mandatory evacuation orders are underway in some areas, and people from the Carolinas to New England are bracing for the worst. Reporter Holly Farver has the latest.
Hurricane Irene continues its path through the Bahamas, making its way north toward the eastern coast of the United States. The Category 3 hurricane pummeled Nassau with winds up to 120 miles an hour. Forecasters say the storm could strengthen to a powerful Category 4 hurricane by the time it reaches the North Carolina coast sometime Saturday morning. Officials there have ordered a mandatory evacuation of some Outer Bank islands.
Every citizen in this state who is in harm's way needs to prepare for the worst and pray for the best.
In Norfolk, Virginia, 27 naval ships were being moved out to sea away from the storm. But the big question remains, where will Irene make landfall? Preparations for heavy winds, flooding, and power outages are being made from Maryland to New York, even Massachusetts.
We'll definitely get the boat up and pack her up and button her up real tight in case that storm does hit here.
Irene is a massive hurricane, about 800 miles across, roughly twice the size of the state of Arizona. So officials warn everyone in the storm's path will likely be affected. So be prepared. Mayor Michael Bloomberg advised New York City residents to pack a bag in case of a last-minute evacuation.
Some of the things you should have in your go bag are drinking water, a first aid kit, a flashlight, any important medications that you take, essential documents such as passports or other forms of ID, and an extra set of car and house keys.
In Washington, I'm Holly Furfer.
WVUA Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott is monitoring the weather and has the very latest. Hey there, Richard.
Hey, Terry, good Thursday afternoon to you. Yeah, here's Hurricane Irene. We can actually see it from a radar site down in Miami, Florida, about 184 miles east of Miami right now. And we can see the western half of the storm. Obviously, the radar site only goes out so far, so we're kind of panning the very western half of the storm. But it's moving out of the Bahamas now in a very powerful Category 3 hurricane, and it's likely to strengthen into Category 4 over the next 12 hours. It's going through something called an eye wall replacement cycle, and it's starting to get better organized over the past few hours, and that's what's going to happen over the next few hours. Here's the latest from National Hurricane Center and the track there. As a Category 3 storm, most of the Outer Banks of North Carolina, then up the eastern seaboard, a powerful hurricane, even places like New York City, Atlantic coast, we're talking Atlantic City as well, Washington, D.C., going to have strong, damaging winds, storm surge along the coastline, and we're saying maybe 10, 15 inches of rain falling from places like New York City and Boston, so incredible amount of rain. But what about our local impacts here in Alabama? We're going to see any impacts from this storm. Your forecast is coming up in Home Team Weather.
On your Crime Watch, a Tuscaloosa County man arrested in connection with a rape. Police say it's the second time the suspect has been arrested in connection with sexual abuse. Tuscaloosa police say 60-year-old Jack Doss of Moundville is charged with rape and sexual abuse. The victim said the assault happened about 10 years ago when she was between 10 and 13 years old. She just came forward earlier this month. Doss was convicted of sexual abuse in 1993.
On your education watch, 3 Tuscaloosa schools damaged by the April storms are getting some help from a special delivery. It came in the form of cleaning supplies and paper products. The donations came courtesy of AFLink and their clients. AFLink is an Adopt a School partner. AFLink told us their clients have made more than $225,000 worth of monetary and material donations so far.
But we just had a lot of local connections that knew what the needs were, and this was a way to give back to students as well as the community.
I don't have to sit down and figure out how much I have to order. They already, they brought me a lot of stuff that I need.
Now, the Tuscaloosa County Schools is still in need of help organizing and delivering donations. For more information, call this number, 205-758-0411.
Dozens of international delegates are visiting Tuscaloosa this week. It's all part of the Sister City celebration. About 85 people from Japan, Germany, and Ghana are in the Druid City. Sister Cities is establishing a new partnership with Ghana and celebrating 2 major milestones with longtime international sister cities. 25 years, in fact, with Narashino, Japan, and 15 years with Schorndorf, Germany. This week, the group has spent time touring the city and meeting people out in our community. Executive Director of Tuscaloosa Sister Cities, Lisa Key, says this program helps establish a unique relationship.
It brings the world closer together and creates partnerships with people and communities around the world that we otherwise never would have had a chance to develop a partnership with. So it's really a wonderful program.
You can learn more about Tuscaloosa's Sister Cities International by going to our website, WVUATV.com. Just click numbers and links.
On your election watch, Tuscaloosa County's probate judge race. Hardy McCollum is making plans to run for office again. McCollum has served as Tuscaloosa County probate judge for 36 years. The Democrat also serves as chairman of the county commission. McCollum says he's seeking a 7th 6-year term because his work is not over yet.
I have a job to do, and I'm going to do my job every day to the best of my ability, just like today. You get these offices by running for them, and so I'll be running.
McCollum will likely face Republican and Tuscaloosa County Sheriff Ted Sexton in the general election. Sexton announced his candidacy earlier this month.
Book lovers, listen up. If you are planning a trip to Tuscaloosa's main library this weekend, you will notice a major change. The actual building will not be open to the public Friday and Saturday because of interior maintenance. Instead, there will be 2 bookmobiles out in the parking lot. Officials say they'll provide basic material for you, and the book drop will also be open. In the meantime, you're encouraged to use the other 2 library locations, the Weaver Bolden branch on Lanier Avenue, also the Brown branch on Bobby Miller Parkway.